Remember the last words you have said right now. Try to remember the last word you've said. Or the last word of your neighbor, if you can remember that. I count to 3, and then we say it together, this last word. 1, 2, 3. 3. That's nice. I want to hear that again, please. 1, 2, 3. 3. You're loud. It's good. Nice. But gets a bit more serious for a little bit, and then remember where you were standing before you were sitting down. I see a lot of people standing already. So remember where you were before you found your place. Now, in your memory, take 5 steps backwards. Remember the soundscape, the sound atmosphere, 5 minutes before this first gig was happening. So before anything on stage happened. Remember the 15 minutes before entering Café Otto, backwards. If you can't remember, you have to imagine. For every minute, you get 1 second, more or less, and I count silently to 15, and you rush through your memory of the last 15 minutes before entering this space. I count with my hands. And we start by you entering, and then you end 15 minutes further back. And here we go. Memory gone. Imagine this show is over. Imagine the sound of a plane appearing in the silence just before the applause. Imagine the plane right now. Imagine just before the clapping, a glass breaking at the bar. Now imagine the moment after the last clapping tonight. Imagine getting up from your chair. Imagine how your bones feel while you get up after having sit here for a long time, or standing even. Imagine how the talking slowly gets louder, the talking of all you trying to get a drink. I give you 5 seconds, imagining the fade in of all you people starting to talk. 1. Imagine someone approaching. Imagine breaking your own silence. Imagine talking. Don't talk. Imagine talking. Imagine your own voice. Remember your voice when you were a kid. Remember calling your mom. Back to here. Imagine you will leave later. Imagine how you, while a friend is still talking to you, open the door and you leave. Imagine the friend's voice still at the bar talking to you before leaving. Imagine all the other voices in the background. Imagine all the people. Back to your friend's voice, talking to you directly. From the left, the other people again. Imagine walking together to the exit. Your friend keeps talking. Somebody who talks a lot. Could be me. Imagine opening the door. Imagine the expectation of a temperature change when you get to the outside. Imagine how you step outside, leaving the many voices behind. Imagine the street, the sound of this street, and the sound of all streets. Imagine this in 10 seconds. Getting out while your friend is talking, you're opening the door, temperature change, street. I give you 10 seconds. 1. You're outside, a small group, smoking on the left, talking, next to the exit. Their voices, one person is laughing. Your friend is still talking. The last image, imagine how you later remember this transition of going outside, opening the door, and stepping outside. Since now we have spoken about it, imagine how you remember it once you're home. I give you 4 seconds. Thank you. Welcome to this performance called No Music, a performative rehearsal with earpieces, the remix. It's the Otto remix, you will see. I try to provide you a musical experience without any music being played back. Which is only half true, but it's pretty true. I do this because I try to emphasize listening as a performative act by reaching a moment of self-performance within the audience. So you are the performer tonight and the listener at the same time. This performance is not interactive. I mean, it is a bit interactive because you already laughed at what I just had said, but it is interactive. I'm proud of this word because I invented it. I think so. Please prove me wrong. Introactive. So it all happens within you, and what happens in between you stays at Café Otto. So this whole performance part is more of a rehearsal than a real performance. A rehearsal for a performance that takes place later once you're out of here. Real life. So I do this because I think art is nothing else than an exercise for this real life. That was a big statement. To start, we start with a little ear yoga, please. You need 2 hands and to pull on your ears. Let it really hang. We need a little bit of weight here. Yeah. Up. That's an ear opener, isn't it? To the side. You look stupid. Me too. Diagonally. Because I'm a modernist, I leave it there. No other direction. Clear your ears. Just like swallowing as if you're in an airplane or in the Eurostar from Brussels to London. Oh, yeah. Point at your ear. The side doesn't matter. The other ear. All of you are like this. First one, you leave. Try to hear your finger. If you want to know if you're really in the middle of your ear, give it a try. I wasn't. Look at your left ear. It's weird, huh? It's a bit suspicious also. Like, maybe it's your friend still talking. Imagine a third ear on your forehead. It helps if you move your head a little bit, just a little bit. It's kind of directional listening. Just imagine this weird ear, a round ear. I like this a lot. Listen to the left. Listen to the right. Listen to the back. Listen to the space above your head. And back to the front. I always take care of this last one because otherwise I lose you. We do this again, a little bit more complicated. Listen to the left. Turn your head very slowly to the right and take the listening direction with you, so you keep listening through your left. Turn your head very slowly to the right. I'm a mirror, don't get confused. All the way to the right. Stay there. You are now listening towards the front through your right. Keep listening towards the front while you slowly turn your head all the way to the left. Nicely slow. Stay there. Your head all the way to that side. You are now listening to your right, or through your right, or with your right. Turn your head all the way to the right again, and keep listening to the right. So take the listening direction again with you. Stay there. If everything went right, you're now listening to your back through your right. Turn your head to the front again, but keep listening to your back. Thank you. So now I lost you because you're all gone. Or maybe to get you back here, try this one out. Take the listening direction from your back over your head to the front. You can also do that with your hands if you like. You don't have to do that. You can. I'll give you 5 seconds. You can't see when you're finished otherwise. 1. Thank you. Now to something else. Real stuff to listen at. Here comes a magic trick. There are many people, I hope it works. I put one here. And when I ask you, you put this tablet in there. One maybe at this table there. Could you give this to the people? Maybe somewhere there in the back. Don't put it in there now. Wait for me. If somebody doesn't like their beer, I have another. Even though the beer is so good here. I will give you 5 options to listen at things. One are these, I will see, that's an experiment. If this is audible at all, you're a lot of people. I love that a lot. That makes this exercise a little bit more difficult. This is not an amplification. This is just for the radio. Nice. And so they have an amazing sound. Good evening, listeners. For the rest, they're a little bit lost when we do all that. So we have a locational sound that is spreading a bit. I will ask someone now, please, to open the door a little bit to let the outside sounds in and a little bit of air as well. That's the outside. We call the outside 1. We call this sound 2. If you can't hear it, then you choose any other sound in this room, like a noise from the audience. And we call the hum from these amplifiers 3. Can you hear the amplifiers? Or the ventilation. The outside, these things that don't sound yet. I just say numbers, and you try to focus only on that. After this, the whole thing gets a bit more wild. But this is the last mellow thing to do tonight. And then we stop that hippie thing. Okay, then I would ask the co-performers to drop the pill. So 1 is outside, 2, 3, and 1. 2. 1. 2. 3. 2. 3. 1. 3. 1. 2. 2. 2. 3. 2. 1. 2. 3. 1. 2. 3. 1. 2. 2. 2 has the last climax. I still hear it. Thank you. You were very welcome to treat your flu with this vitamin C pill. Okay. Before we get to the main part, we are 20 minutes into this little rehearsal. This is just the warm-up, you understand, right? To get you all into the mood. I want to need you need two hands. Make them straight like me here, and just follow what I'm doing. This is the hardest part for the radio, because now we are manipulating our hearing with our hands. I said that so clearly that everyone understands that, who doesn't see what's happening. And you look all very good. And here we go. And go. Like 2 centimeters next to your ears, 3 maybe. This middle part is good to have it really next to your ear. And only one? The same? Quicker? The other one? Got you. Doesn't matter which side. Really close to your ears. Don't touch them. Stop. And a very, very small, super quick vibrato. Bigger and naturally slower. And really slow and shove that thing into your ear. And now really slow and closer. And press. Relax. If you don't have space, take space and really try to do it not like this, but like this. Because then you get nice bone noises, joint noises, a deep bass subwoofer. Okay, press. It's very good for this muscle. Yeah, relax your arms a little bit. We continue with this in a second. But now comes the nerdy part of this show. We had hippie already, now we have nerd. Because you heard it, I'm a composer after all, and now you will learn, dear students, now, dear self-performers, you will learn a score. I will teach you a score. If you have never read music, it doesn't matter. Because I hope we get through the symbols. They're all explained on the other side of this paper. So that's pretty nerdy. So you have to first learn something to then be able to do it. But the thing is that this is actually not a performance and not a concert. This is just a rehearsal for something you then can do at home. Or anywhere else on the subway back home. I mean, that's nice. I would like that if you do that there. And then make a selfie and show me one. And so we will go through this. While we do this, of course, you will learn a lot of interesting techniques how to treat your ears. And then if we have made it, then I invite you to a party after. A 2 minutes techno party. It's my generation, techno. With 3K, techno. You know, Berlin in the 90s. So a techno party in the end, but you have to go through this score, which is very beautiful. So that's why you have all the music stands there. We had too many people, so we don't have enough music stands, but I will go through. Maybe we also don't have enough papers. We will see this. So please, like in school, we give some around on that side. Wait, how do I do this? Just some here and some from the side. If you are here in pairs, then maybe take only one. And put one on each music stand. Maybe tape one on the back of the person standing in front of you. And welcome to Nerd Country. I wait. The thing is, you need two hands, so you cannot just hold it. Or you can, of course, hold it for your friend. That's also possible. This music stand is a bit difficult, I'm sorry. I don't know what to do with it. Maybe forget it, put it down. This. Oh, yes. Okay. Okay. Ah. Oh, I forgot. Sean, sorry, I forgot that one part, but it maybe comes back later. So, you don't have to understand it right away. I see that the papers are spread out. So, people are mumbling. Thank you for your attention. I need a tuning fork. This paper has 5 systems, we call it. We nerdy composers call it a system. So it has 6 actually. This little comic in the end is also one system. Each system is full of symbols and has different themes, let's say. The whole thing doesn't have a tempo, a speed. I will go through with you, and you can do it all in your own tempo later. But we will do one which fits and suits this performance. You see the letters R and L next to the systems. That means left and right, because you have a left and a right hand. It doesn't matter if you exchange that, but just so there are sometimes different things happening in left and right, in the left and right hand. And I might get confused myself by showing you, trying to mirror it or not, and we'll see. At one point, I have changed the left to the bottom because somebody said everyone who ever played piano wants to see the left hand under the right hand, and I never had this feeling, so now I'm totally confused by my own score. So the first thing you have actually done already, and I will just conduct through it, so you need your hands again. So you have to put the paper, if you have it in your hand, just down. And you can do what I say, what I show you, and then you can look how it would have been notated. You see 2 brackets like this, yeah? The brackets mean that this, and there's written repeat 3 times, it means this part we do 3 times in a row. The circle, I asked for a whiteboard, so I should use it. The circle means nothing, open ears. Yeah. 3 people can sit here, also, by the way. There's still 3 chairs. And this means, so this is an open ear, and this means what your hand next to your ear. So this part goes like this, open ears, hands like this. And first the left hand goes suck, right hand, suck. Now the other one stays until it says take it away again. Now take the right hand away again and put the right hand back. And before going on, we repeat this 3 times. That means we go back to open ears. Left, right, open, open, right, open, left, right. My German accent is great, no? Open, open, so, open, left, right, open, open, close. So here we are. So now we jump over the brackets to both closed. And now very slow, and then we speed up. It's written, but do what you want. We just open them like this. Because if you would like this, is very hard to make it very slow, right? So we do. It's very nice. No? So we go back just after the brackets. And it's amazing, isn't it? And then we go back. And then you know that part already. You'll go back until you see a cross in the circle, which means you touch your ears, you press it. Don't do it too strong because you can't hear me. And there are, on the score, there's a fermata. Some people ask me if this is what that is. This is from conventional music notation, and that means just keep it for a while, as long as you want. So you keep your ears closed, and then you relax a little bit. So that's the first system. Here we go. Let's do the first system. Shake your arms. Very easy. I do it a bit quick, yeah, so it's a bit more fun. Here we go. Open ears. And left, right, open, open, close. Open, left, right, open, and again, left, right, open, suck, and chop, both close. Slowly open, like this. And go back. Even slower, but I speed up a bit. And close. Breathe. Relax. Second system is starting with a very strong one, suddenly. I can't talk to you otherwise, sorry. Now, we go back to that, second system. A vibrato by pressure. For some people that's a bit uncomfortable. You can also do a vibrato by rubbing. I like the pressure vibrato better. That means with the hand on your ears, you just like do first slow, and then quicker and quicker. You loosen the pressure a little bit, and you loosen it more and more until the next event I will show you. Let's do this. Slow vibrato and then getting quicker and quicker from the strong pressure on. And press. Light. Strong again, and only the left side. Until here. There comes a new symbol. I mean, this was the one for high pressure. There comes a little moon. That means open your hand a little bit to this side, like to the front. Later, there's a moon going like this. You don't have to learn this by heart, by the way. It's all written on the back of the paper, right? I just want to play this nerdy teacher. So you open it a bit like this, for example. Close it again, lightly, and to the back. Because you can't see me otherwise, I do it extreme. But this symbol is only a little bit. So you hold it, you close it, and then you close it again. So I do it like this, maybe. Look, you have it, now you don't imitate me. Now you just do it with your hands on your ears. You close them lightly, and you open them a little bit. And I do like, but that means, yeah? And let's play a bit around with this. So no, you don't imitate me, but you do that. You have your hand on your ear, and you would open a little bit to the front, like what you will do much later anyway, in 30 years or 40 years. And then to the back. You can't see it, but I have a little hole here. But because you can't see it, I symbolize it with my hands doing other stuff. This means open to the front, close, open to the back. A little bit. We come to the big one before. Understand?
Yes.
Okay. And close. And a little bit. Close. A little bit. Close. To the back. Plug. One is closed and one is open. Close both. Back. And slowly closing. Back. Slowly closing. One to the front, one to the back. Jesus. Chuck. Again. Chuck. The other way around. Okay, very good. This is what you see in the third system. You open a bit and you close again. You open a bit and you close again. I will not do it again. I will not explain you the third system. But you see that there are things like this. You have it a little bit open, and it's a transition to closing it again. And sometimes the other way around. Or closed, a transition to open it. So that means very little. And then next part, fourth system. Are you ready still with your hands? There comes a techno party after, so that's the good news. 37 minutes into the show. That's good. We have another eight to go. Straight hands behind the ears. That's the more radical version. You all look like rabbits. Keep it a bit. Exactly. Yawning is good. Absolute silent. To the back. That's the moment where I provide you an out-of-body experience. You can just mumble a little bit, laugh, or say something, or keep the hands straight. You're not here anymore. You're dead already, but not really. Do it a bit softer, maybe. A bit softer. Okay, stop. Stop. Keep it up. Because now comes the best part. Okay, one back. I just love it, so that's. And so that symbol. How was it again? Ah, yeah. No, yeah. I'm not so good in this. That's why I stopped composing. That is this. You know, this is the nice, the round, like the. And this is with this. Yes? What are you saying? So the score gives you variations of doing all these kind of little things. And then it provides you, I do that in the very end, with a little finishing with this little comic man. Before the techno, I think I stop explaining the score now exactly, unless there's a question actually. That's the moment for a question about the score, about the notation. Have I explained everything? Do you understand what's written there? More or less. You don't have to understand the dramaturgy of the piece yet. It goes from a reflection game into a pressure vibrato to a little bit of like this hearing aid part into a very nice finishing. We get to this finishing. But I would like to, because we still have a little bit of time, try, Sean, are you still there? Yes, hello. I wanted to try something out. So I play back a sound file, which I have done for an audio guide for the Mea Kusma Festival in Eupen, which is a great music festival. Everyone knows Mea Kusma is a label too. Somebody knows Mea Kusma? I mean, there are a lot of music nerds here, no? So like Mea Kusma, no? They're cool, combining dance and experimental noise music. So I made a kind of an audio guide for them. I want to play back a track of this, of 3 minutes, and I conduct your ears while I do this, with the material in this piece, which you then take home and then you perform at home. So the piece is over. And then we do this, and after is the techno party. I always get one first. Yes? And then you first pay me a beer, and then it's the techno party. So Sean, if you're ready, then we play back this piece, and I would improvise the material on your ears, if you can still hold your arms up. If not, ask your friend maybe, or maybe give you a little massage here. You still ready for that? A bit louder, just a tiny little bit. To the back. Quicker. Okay, minute 44 of this show. That is time for our techno because I have 45 minutes. I make it more dramatic by this. Techno. MDMA. So this time, this goes like this. You need your 2 fingers putting them in and out of your ears. And I conduct you like this. I touch my little tragus, it's called, I found out. It's this little skin there to push it into my ear to make it being even more close. If you find this uncomfortable, you can also totally fold your ear into it. Or do any other kind of technique to close and open your ear. Keep your fingers there, then after you can relax. I do this, it's closed, this is open. Yeah? Closed, open. Let's try out if that works. Na 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 na. Okay. So that is another decade. We jump like how many? 10 years up. Okay. Here you go. Of course, with an intro, I'm an intelligent DJ. Woo. Double tempo. I can't do it. You can. And back. One side. Open. Double. I can't. And back. Feel it? Just feel it. Keep your ears closed. Oh, I'm offbeat, sorry. Double. I can't do it anymore. Jump. Chug. 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 Okay.